Waing Lai Dao, Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. Wosho Shien Yao, Sho Gandahao, Chery Gandahao. What did I just say? I just said, welcome to the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. I'll start by saying, well done, Chery. Well done. Why am I kicking off with the well done? Well, because Chery did everything well. I mean, this car is just a charmer. I have a lot of things to tell you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us just get started. Just two things before I do. Number one, someone is thinking, Mr. How much, where do you know Chinese from? Don't stress. Let me show you my secret.
我首先要说干得好，干得好。我首先要说干得好，干得好。欢迎来到，欢迎来到。
If you want to compare, you can rewind the video and start it over again now that you know what it means. But the second thing, allow me to say hi to Rose from Naked. Rose can help you get a quote in about 90 seconds. But first, let's talk about the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max. So immediately when I got this car, I thought, no. Let's take it to the gravel road, let's go home, let's go drive by some millies. Let's see what it can do on the dust. The reason I did this is because I know very well during the holidays when you're taking a break, when you're going on leave, you go home, you go visit the family. And sometimes family lives in places that don't have roads yet. It's dust roads like this. So if you have a big car like this, how does it drive? Well, I'm pleased to report the suspension on the Chery is excellent. It drives very well. It handles very well. I'm actually pleased with what they did with it. On the subject of driving, the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max comes with a 2-liter turbo petrol engine paired with a 7-speed DCT gearbox. It produces 187 kilowatts and 390 newton meters of torque. As I mentioned in my review 6 months ago, that's more power than a Golf 8 GTI. But before you say anything, yes, I know the GTI will be faster because it's smaller and lighter, but you get the idea. 187 kilowatts is a lot. And I am definitely not complaining because overtaking in this car is easy. You put your foot down and it goes. But you should also know, as you put your foot down, the petrol is also going. The claimed fuel consumption is 7.6 liters to the 100, but during the time I had it, I averaged around 11.6 liters to the 100. To try and reduce your fuel consumption, you get 3 different driving modes. They are:
Economic mode entered. Normal mode entered. Sports mode entered.
If you know me, then you know I had this car mostly in sports mode entered most of the time. But you know what they say about Cherys, as you drive them, the fuel efficiency does improve. So to all Chery owners, please share your ownership experience in the comments below just to help the next person who's interested in buying an 8 Pro Max. And if you are planning to buy this car, I think you'll have a smile on your face because it comes loaded with features. No optional extras, everything is standard. Let's start with my favorite feature of all. It needs no introduction.
I am listening.
Chery, open the sunroof.
Okay.
I like the way Chery says, okay. So if you don't feel like flicking any switches, you can just ask Chery to open the sunroof for you and Chery will do it. Proper stuff. While we're here, let's take a quick look at the interior. You get a 12.3-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, for your climate control, you have to use that touch-sensitive system. Personally, I prefer knobs. That does look cleaner, but I still prefer knobs. You also get ventilated front seats for when you're feeling hot and heated seats for when you're feeling cold. Anyway, everything is here, guys. Speaking of the seats, look at them. Look at the quality, so nice and soft. You just want to squeeze these seats, man. They are comfortable. Well done, Chery. What am I saying? Kandao, Chery, Kandao. Coming back to the interior, as you can see, nice and premium. You've got wireless charging. You've got cup holders. That is your gear selector. Very nice finishes all around. You also get a massive center armrest with a vent inside that lets in cooled air in case you want to cool your drinks. This is your multifunction steering wheel. Very nice. It says Chery on the center there. Behind it is a 12.3-inch digital instrument display, perfect for seeing your fuel consumption, your tire pressure, and your speed. I'll show you the rest of the interior a bit later. First, I want to talk about the safety features in this car. You get 9 airbags. 9 airbags. That's proper stuff. 适当的东西。
适当的东西。适当的东西。
Anyway, coming back to the drive, the 8 Pro Max comes with adaptive cruise control. forward collision warning, and as you can see on the mirror, blind spot monitoring. You also get automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, and lane departure warning. Honestly, with all the features this car has, hey, if it was any other brand, I'm telling you, this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max would be around R1,000,000. But I'm so happy it's not. But coming back to the review, the reason I brought you here is to show you these lights. These are actually crystal matrix tail lamps. Beautiful. Speaking of lights, the other night I was tired of load shedding, so I was like, you know what, I'm buying a bright stand at Checkers. So I went and got a bright stand, which gave me the perfect chance to show off these lights. Born. Proper wait, she dang the dong she. Those lights are bright, guys. I feel sorry for anyone who actually has to drive behind a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max, especially the indicator. Look at it. It's bright. It's very bright. Look at it. Zoop, zoop, zoop. It's so bright, in fact, I think it might be saying something. What are you saying, Chery? Zoop, zoop. Oh, if you haven't liked this video, please like. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. We are still on the road to 80,000 subs by March, and hey, March is getting close, guys. So please share this video on your WhatsApp status. Tell your friends about Mr. How Much. I'm a big fan of this illuminating Chery logo. If there's anyone from Chery watching, please, for the Tiggo 8 Pro Max Plus, could you make that logo stay on the whole time while you're driving at night? Trust me, Chery, people would love it. Speaking of love, if you love good music, don't stress, the 8 Pro Max has an 8-speaker Sony sound system. And while you're playing music, the ambient lighting is busy changing color there. Just going green, blue, red, pink, yellow, all the colors, it's just there. So yeah, if you like good colors, the Tiggo 8 Pro has them. You also get this clear 360-degree view camera, which comes in handy in a vehicle of its size. Speaking of size, let's have a look at its practicality. If you're going to buy an SUV like this, I think space is important to you. So, with all the seats up, your boot space is 117 liters, but if you fold the third row of seats, then your capacity increases to 739 liters, and it's fairly decent. As for the load cover, it's neatly tucked away over there. And as you know, you don't always get load covers in 7-seaters. So thumbs up to Chery for that one. While I was on X last night, Figile asked me about the spare wheel. Well, let me quickly show you. It's right over there. So if you ever need to change your wheel, you'll find it under the car. One more thing, Tiggo 8 Pro Max. Alright, now let's move on to the back seats. So in the second row, these are your seats. I really like this brown color. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Leg and knee room is fine, no complaints here. You have Tiggo there. Rear air vents, 2 USB ports. You have a slot to place your hands inside if you want. You also have a center armrest with a slot for 2 cups. In terms of your headroom, you've got plenty. And if you want to rest your head, you can put it on that headrest. It's very comfortable. What I haven't told you yet is that this car is a 7-seater. So what is it like in the third row? Let's just say it is meant for grown. I'm joking, it's tight, it's very tight. If you're a grown up here, especially if you have the third row as far back as possible, it's going to be tight. As you can see, I was just there like, yeah, I couldn't even get the seat all the way back. But you can slide the second row a little bit forward to sacrifice second row legroom to create more legroom in the third row. But to avoid complicating things, the third row is really meant more for children or for very short journeys for grown-ups. Here's a fun fact, the 390T is for the 390 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, you learn something new here every day at Mr. How Much. Now, let's get into the cost of ownership. Actually, before I do, let me talk to you about Rose. If you're interested in getting a quote for a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max, you can talk to Rose. In less than 90 seconds, she'll have a price for you. My friend Courtney decided to do a quote for a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max, and this was a premium. If you'd like to get a quote for yourself to see how much you would pay, I'll leave a link to Naked in the description. Now, let's get back to our review. The price of the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro Max hasn't changed since I reviewed it 6 months ago. It comes in at 669,900 Rand. On finance, you'll likely pay 13,097 Rand over 6 years at 12% interest, and a full tank of petrol will cost you 1,185 Rand. If you got an insurance premium of 2,300 Rand, it would bring your total cost of ownership to 16,582 Rand. When it comes to peace of mind, Chery is determined to give you plenty of it because you get a 7-year, 90,000 kilometer service plan. very generous, and a 5-year 150,000 kilometer warranty. You also get a 1 million kilometer 10-year engine warranty if you are the first owner. So if you have questions about Chery, I guess that's their way of saying if anything happens, don't worry, we got you. My one request to Chery, give us a hot hatch. I'm telling you, people will love it. Chery Tiggo 2 Pro Max with a sunroof and exhaust. You won't go wrong. As for the name, I've decided to name this car Ketiwe. Chery is coming through with an affordable product that comes loaded with features. And to that, I would like to say, Kandahau Chery, Kandahau. But before you leave, I just want to give a quick shout out to Spusiso, Ezekiel, DJ LT, BMTV for joining the channel membership. We officially have 10 members, guys. 10 members. We started with Sibuwa, Joseph, Francis, Velabo, Mokoni, and Wabuti, and now we have 10 members. Ayo, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And this brings us to the end of our review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, take care.
Yes, yes.